This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Hey, yo.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
We're wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's just freaking wrestle.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording it live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both for the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty Jay, that is TWK.
I have about half a can of Zero Sugar Monster left at this given moment, and since Matty decided to play hooker Thursday, I'm going to take it out on him.
Hooker? It's supposed to be called hooky.
Yeah, well, whatever you want to call it.
I take one mental break for myself to watch a little bit of football, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of Critical Role, because goddamn it, I was haywire all goddamn week over the cliffhanger last week. Just don't make this show a 4-hour show. We got Toonami to watch tonight. Just promise me that.
All right.
Thank you. I'm going to Dave him so hard later tonight, am I? Ladies and gentlemen, Shintigercurl is with us as well.
Greetings, gentlemen. It is I, the Supreme Chancellor of the Great Klingon Empire, Gowron.
Ooh. I heard rumored that you're 17th in line to the throne of England.
Yes, and I will claim it for the glory of the Klingon Empire. Look into my eyes and see that I am telling the truth. Look at them!
I mean, you haven't blinked in, 5 hours? So it's kind of tough not to acknowledge it.
Foolish Matty. I haven't blinked in 5 days. Blame the blood wine.
Aha. For the glory of the bloodline. Hey, look, there's Sami Zayn. No, Sammy, that's not a noose. That's a Klingon. It's different. It's different. Yeah, I think he's easily confused now.
I thought somebody was talking about my delicious man bear, Kevin knows. Oh, I mean my tribal chief.
See? Easily confused.
That's not a boner in my pocket. That's just that's a slapjack to help Roman Reigns against whomever, including that delicious Wolf of the North, Kevin Owens.
Oh my!
An unrelated note, JC in the chat says, tonight's Batman night on
yeah, because Batman Day, and they got a few movies, and it's WWE, it's the WB, and oh, please keep watching us, we don't want to lose money again.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have canceled a movie that was 75% done.
Last time I checked, it was not more around the 90% mark.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I heard,
you're pissed. It's Batgirl. I was looking forward to that shit.
Batgirl with a cameo, I believe, from one of the OG Batmen.
Michael fucking Keaton. And you're gonna flush it. Bastards. Anyway. On to the wrestling stuff. Bastards. Boy, what a week. Good stuff all around, actually. So we're going to be talking about that. And, and Brandon Frazier was going to be on there, too, as JC brought up. Yeah, Brandon Frazier's having a comeback. I don't know about you guys.
He deserves a comeback after all the bullshit he did.
Ooh. I'm not going to lie. If I have the ability to go watch The Whale, I might go watch it. If you're getting a 6-minute standing O, someone's got to be good. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Shall we get to the thing, boys? I think we got to get to the thing.
get to the thing.
We got a show. We got winners and losers. No emails, but if you want to send some, go right the fuck ahead, folks. We got plenty. We got an extra half hour and change, so we could. There is nothing impeding us. Although if we do a 90-minute show, I am not complaining. Of course, it's just now we don't have hard out for a little while anyway. Let's just get to it. Clip of the week. This will shock. This will come to a shock to some of you. This week, the clip does not come from AEW. It comes from a show called, I got my note here, WWE Roy? No, it's Raw. It's Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens, it's my boy. Some of you have on Twitter had shared the clip of it with me. I have Raw running in the background because you know what, with Triple H, you're at least guaranteed back to the guarantee of at least one good wrestling match per show. So you got to watch for it. MJF had a good promo. Kevin Owens had an amazing promo. JC again, you're not wrong. Let's get to it. By the way, for a side note, for those of you who've been wanting to get away from the television, especially with the coverage of, the Queen's funeral and all that shit, we're glad to provide that reprieve because, yes, it's a Canadian show, but I am not bound by CRTC or BBC rules or whatever. I am, this is a comedy show, spoofy show. It's gonna be a funny show. At least we try. So, welcome. Come on in. Enjoy the reprieve and all that stuff. Let's get to it. This again, from Monday Night Raw, Austin Theory, Johnny Gargano, he had a match against Chad Gable. It was a good match, as one match with Johnny Gargano and Chad Gable should be. Gargano, he gets away with it. He wins, and he gets beaten up by Austin Theory to promote that little feud that they got going because it makes sense. And Austin Theory, off to the break, starts shooting the shit, talking shit. Kevin Owens comes out, old duct tape T-shirt and all, and well, I think we ought to pick it up from there. Take a listen.
Austin. Shut up! I am sick and tired of my moments being ruined by idiots like you, Kevin. Idiots like Tyson Fury. Idiots like Johnny Gargano. I am sick of it. You are looking at the future. Look at me. I am the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank in all of WWE history, and I am going to take over this entire damn industry. And that's it.
We heard all of that last week. You said all that. Well, you tried to say all of that last week. You're having a bit of an issue with your jaw. Clearly, that's fixed. Good for you. But look, we've heard all this for months now. You talk about how you're the future because of how young you are and how you look. And look, that's great. That's great for you to think. But last week I looked at you in the eyes and I told you that you were the hand-picked future of this company. Yeah, well, that might have been the truth, but it's no longer the case. That's not how it works anymore. And see, guys like me and Johnny Gargano, we don't look like you.
No, exactly. You don't look like me. You'll never look like me. None of these people could ever look anything like me. But Kevin, it's funny because I know why you guys are jealous. I do because, well, let's just be real here for a minute. I've done more in the past 5 months than you two combined have done in 5 damn years.
Statements like that really go to show just how big of a delusional jackass you are. Because look at everything you've accomplished this year, right? You accomplished it all because of opportunities that were handed to you. From winning the United States title in a match you didn't earn to getting that contract in a ladder match you weren't supposed to be in. It was all handed to you. And look, hey, don't get me wrong, I can't blame you. Because when I became Universal Champion, that title was handed to me on a silver platter. All right? But let me tell you, that is where the similarities between you and I end. Because except for that, me and you are complete opposites, and I could not be prouder of that fact. Because let me ask you this, Austin Theory, how many guys in the last 2 decades have come by in WWE that were just like you? Young, chiseled out of stone, full of potential. And how many of those guys fizzled out and went nowhere? Hundreds of them. Hundreds. But let me ask you this. How many people like me and Johnny Gargano have come around WWE? And how many of those guys made it to the level we're at? You can count those on one hand, because people like you are a dime a dozen, while people like me and Johnny Gargano are 1 in a million. That's why this place, these people, they need people like me and Johnny Gargano, because we are the heart and soul of this business. And people like you are the appendix of this business, completely disposable. And look, I could say I'm upsetting you. I'm not saying that's the case for you. Because I hope you are everything you claim to be. I hope you are the future of WWE. But I've been watching you. I've been listening to you. I can see how you carry yourself. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think you have what it takes to be the future. You have now shut up and listen to me, because I want you to prove me wrong. Come on, prove me wrong. Prove all these people wrong. You know how to do it? You know how to do it? I'll tell you. You stop thinking about the moments that were handed to you, and you start making your own moments. You know how to do that? You check your ego at the door. You look at yourself in the mirror. You realize you're not as good as you think you are, but you let your passion drive you to get better. And more importantly, you leave everything you have in this ring every time you step foot in front of these people. That's how you prove me wrong. That's how you become the future. That's how you become the face of WWE.
My boy, putting asses in seats and egos in check, at least in kayfabe. Austin Theory did okay. I mean, this is not a knock on Austin Theory. He's playing the douchebag future of WWE heel to perfection. Just the contrast is amazing.
Yep.
And as usual, nobody can touch Kevin Owens when he's
no one. Y'all wonder why.
When he's allowed to just go full force, no one can touch him.
He is untouchable.
Yipper.
And I'm not talking about John Cena.
Though he does ask the question, you think you're untouchable, though, so there is that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a music joke, and that's a deep cut, because some of you don't even remember when John Cena was a rapper. But that's another story for another day. T-Dub, what is that on that list? It looks like a long one.
It's got stuff in it for certain. First up, we have everyone who broke up the AEW fight is now off suspension, it seems.
Yeah, from the looks of it, anyone that had anything to do with just keeping the peace, they're back on the road. There's okay, we figured that part out, come back, and, everything's kosher. This was literally everyone suspended it just to everyone back in their corner, and all right, let's figure this shit out. Now, a lot of people saw Kenny Omega in Japan, at the Tokyo Game Show, repping the AEW stuff. Well, and he's suspended. He probably is suspended from wrestling, but he's still repping the brand for the video games. You got to put a face on there somewhere. And he's, I hate to say it, folks. Yeah, he may be part of the elite, but he's not CM Punk.
Also, Kenny was also in Japan for other business. He was there mostly to get scanned for the upcoming Like a Dragon 8 video game.
Yeah, Like a Dragon, that's the Yakuza game, right?
Yep, the first title for the 8th entry is Like a Dragon 8.
There you go. And, of course, he took some time to take a picture with him and Kota Ibushi on Instagram and blow up the internet for a couple of minutes.
Will we finally see the dream match of Kenny Omega versus Ichiban?
Oh, so we might. I mean, last time we saw a wrestler in a Yakuza game was in 6, and that one was a tactics-based game where you went up against some members of the New Japan roster, including Okada. And when you fought Okada, you did so to his entrance theme.
Yep, making it rain.
Pretty much.
Let's see. Next on the list. Roman's next challenger is going to be, of all people, quite the filler one, in my opinion, Logan Paul.
This is, for those who were wondering, Logan Paul, he had Roman on his podcast. I don't know what the fuck the name of it is, and I don't care. Please do not give me that answer. I don't know, and I don't care. Do I need to repeat the fact that I don't care again? Okay. So they did the podcast, and then some deal was made, and then Logan Paul starts talking shit on Twitter. To the point where Triple H says, well, come on SmackDown. He comes on SmackDown in admittedly an entertaining segment, especially with Paul Heyman and Logan Paul exchanging digs on the microphone. And then, press conference. Literally earlier today, it's been announced by WWE Chief Creative Officer, Triple H, that guy, makes it official. Roman versus Logan for the undisputed title on November 5th, Crown Jewel. Saudi Blood Money 8.
Saudi Blood Money 8. Ain't it great?
Is this a good money? Is this a good money match? Yes, it's gonna bring in the money. Is it good for Crown Jewel? Yes, it'll get the attention on it.
Yeah.
Is Logan Paul a pretty good celebrity wrestler? Yes, he is.
By celebrity wrestler standards, he's on the top tier.
Yeah. Is this a good idea from a wrestling standpoint? No.
Fuck no. I'm pretty sure even Triple H knows that. He's going with the money on this one. And you know what? Yeah. From a business perspective, this probably was a situation where Logan's good and we got him till X amount of time. We can't do WrestleMania, but he's going to be busy with whatever. Could be a thing where Logan wants to wrestle and Roman literally went, yo, you want to wrestle me? I got to kill some time before Survivor Series. And, WrestleMania and shit. And Logan probably went, okay. And you know what? There is a silver lining here. For everyone that wanted to see Logan Paul eat shit in one of those boxing matches, this will come off as a spoiler. Logan's gonna lose hard.
WWE would have to be the dumbest company alive to have Logan Paul, of all people, end this streak.
Now, if Vince McMahon was running this shit, Logan Paul would be undisputed champion and Riyadh would be booing with the rest of us. Because believe it or not, those at Riyadh are they're wrestling fans too. At least most of them in the crowd are. I mean, allegedly, I cannot prove it.
Probably.
They do react like they are the average wrestling fan, so there's that. But this is Triple H running things. Call it a hunch, boys. I don't think Triple H is that fucking dumb. Yet.
However, just imagine going back 1 year and telling somebody, hey, guess what? Next year, Logan Paul is getting a world title match in WWE. like, oh man, Vince has really lost his mind. Then you tell him, no, it's a Triple H idea.
Yeah. And Guts brings up the obvious one, 2 words, David Arquette, and we'll get to him, believe it or not, in a few. But it does bear in mind that even David Arquette didn't want to be world champion.
Yeah, he fought that decision tooth and nail.
But this is Vince Russo. Who do we blame here?
It'll make the papers, bro. It'll be on all the magazines.
Yeah, USA Today. Anyone care about USA Today, even back then? Put your goddamn head down. You're not Vince Russo.
And thank God he's not working for the E now, because I could just imagine who the matches
he is. Oh my God.
By the way, speaking of championships, apparently WWE want there to be 2 world champions heading into WrestleMania next year.
Well, guess what, fucker? Roman don't want to wrestle. Oh my! I read that and I'm like, well, fucking dumbasses. Why'd you? Can't
it's like they create their own problems with this one.
You know what? But this is one of those situations where they're taking the path of most resistance, but the idea is still there. Numiko, you could stop redeeming the messages. We will read them. I will read them whenever I can. You don't have to redeem them. Just type it in. We'll read it. Both Twitter and YouTube will have a Twitter meltdown. Imagine Johnny and the BSC gang adding the HFC will be speechless about it. I don't know what that means either. Anyway, but yeah, so, I look. They got to split the belts up because both USA and NBC Universal, they want the USA and Fox, they want their own shit.
They want their own champions, and USA
they want their own champions. That is a network edict.
Yeah, USA's like, listen, Fox has had both belts for months now. Where's our belts? You can't just give us a mid-card belt. We want a world title.
So they got to put them on. They got to put something. But Roman can't lose. And someone brought up the idea of maybe splitting up the belts in a ladder match.
That's the most obvious idea. Like, there's a little pay-per-view in December called TLC, right?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the perfect spot. Roman versus Seth. Seth wins the belt by grabbing down the WWE title.
That's the big one. That's the one that everyone's been progeniting, sharing. I'm okay with that. And let's put it this way: you don't want to pin Roman, but you have to split the belts up. Okay, have that ladder match, both belts on the line. First grab, and the rule is first to grab both belts wins. But what happens when both belts get taken by different wrestlers? Okay, we go to Raw. Adam Pearce, Triple H, and you need Triple H in this as well. And hell, throw in Stephanie McMahon to make it sound like it's a real fucking decision. Nick Khan can fuck off. He can be in that same spot as Kevin Dunn in the back, whatever. But Adam Pearce for the management, and then you get Triple H and Steph, and Roman's going, no, I retain. It's a draw, blah 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 blah. And then they go, no, you're pissing off our network partners. You pick the Universal belt. Your reign continues. Your 800-day plus reign will continue because it started with the Universal title. But as far as the WWE Championship, that's Seth Rollins. He's a new champ. Fuck off.
And now then set up Seth Rollins to lose to Cody at WrestleMania.
Because obviously, WWE wants to be head rock stupid by putting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the main event with Roman goddamn Reigns for a belt. And I'm with everyone else, including JD from New York there, Shin. That's a familiar name for you. Roman versus Rock, if that has to happen, they don't need a fucking belt.
No.
They don't need a championship for that.
All you can have is Rock reminding him about the Royal Rumble, saying he's disappointed in him. Boom. Match. Don't need the belts. Not at all.
I came out the Royal Rumble to save your ass, and even I couldn't get your ass cheered.
You may be the head of the table, but buddy, your table is in the middle of the Rock's world.
But Dwayne, here's the deal. Is that a failure of me, or is that a failure of you? I got myself over. Even you couldn't do that.
Oh!
So failure.
All I'm gonna say is that fucking promo battle is going to be something akin to MJF versus CM Punk in level of heat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of material to work with on that one too, folks.
Oh yeah. So point is,
And by the way, Rock versus Roman, that's still not a fucking lock. By the way, that's still a fucking rumor.
so let's say they do split the belts. Seth versus Cody at Mania for the WWE title. What do you do for Roman if you need a plan B?
Fuck it. Fuck it. Put Cody versus Roman. You need the coordination anyways. Don't
I know,
fucking
but
stump
Cody's
on
been
that.
doing-
If
No, but-
Rock ain't available, Roman versus Cody's the obvious one.
I know it is, but on the other hand, Cody's been going for the WWE title, and if you split the belts, he would
To
have
be
go
fair,
after
when he came in, it was the undisputed Universal Championship. There is no preference to it. He just wants the WWE title because he wants to put it. He wanted to put it on his daddy's lap.
I got a plan B. It's the perfect one. It makes complete logical sense.
that. All right, who you got, Shin?
If you can't get Rock, get the Rock's best friend.
God damn it, you can't get Kevin James in a match.
Not Kevin James, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
Him neither.
Kevin James.
No,
is
no,
white.
no, 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 no. You do get Kevin Hart, but you don't do Kevin Hart versus Roman Reigns. You got The Rock versus Roman if you want to go that route, and it's set in stone if it is. You don't do Kevin Hart versus Roman. You do Kevin Hart versus Sami Zayn.
Let me tell
And
you
I'm
something right
shocked
quick.
that you're not laughing at that, by the way.
Let me tell you something right quick, Kevin. Let me tell you something right quick. Sammy, I'm gonna do something right quick. I'm a little bit small, I'm a little bit weak, but that's okay. Because I can bite you in the ankle, bite you in the asshole. That's right. I'm Kevin Hart, ass biter. That's gonna be my gimmick. I bite people in their asses. Please believe me. This is true. This is true. This is my life. I bite people in the ass.
Look, long story short, The Rock is still rumor at this point. I refuse to believe people and say it's set in stone. It's like, dude, it's The Rock. It's Hollywood. Hollywood could jump in on another dump truck full of money. The Rock will jump at it because The Rock eventually is a businessman.
So, Dwayne, we hear you want to wrestle at Mania for $2 million. Well, we have a filmed up line for you, and we're going to pay you $10 million.
That easy.
Well-
Oh, God, JC, Kevin Hart. Actually, Shin, I think you should read that. I don't know
Yeah,
if you...
to smoke grass and eat ass, and I'm all out of ass. Please believe me.
All right, next person is definitely smoking some ass because it's Velveteen Dream once again.
Oh my God. It was supposed to be grass, but ass just makes more fucking sense. Now, last week we talked about EC3 and the phone in the bathroom because of Velveteen Dream. This week, he popped up on Instagram. He did an Instagram live basically accusing EC3 and other wrestlers doing cocaine.
As if that's the worst thing on earth.
I was half tempted to hit the what the wrestling fuck button on that one because that's peak what the fuck. This is literally going, well, you did illegal drugs. No, you were filming people pissing without their consent.
And this is something that's been backed up by Sean Ross Sapp.
Yeah, he never. It's literally he's heard the rumor but couldn't report it because it was still rumor until EC3 went, yeah, that shit fucking happened. Folks,
What the fuck is going on with this guy?
when you're making the control your narrative guy seem fucking sane, you got problems.
Also, EC3 being a cokehead now makes Control Your Narrative makes so much more sense.
It does, doesn't it?
So much is now in perspective.
I mean, it may
God.
not have been doing drugs now, but back then, I mean, that's mind altering at the very least.
My God, the dark matches, the inexplicable editing, the lack of a crowd, that's cokehead booking if I ever saw it.
That is peak 80s glow. Insert Cokehead Wrestling Federation joke here territory. I can't think of the fucking name, folks, but it's been covered by Brian Zane, okay?
Well, from one person getting on to another, we have MJF on Twitter.
Oh, I heard about this.
He's been all over the place. Obviously, his usual self roasting everybody and his mother. But an out of kayfabe hearty congratulations does need to be doled out here. Man got engaged.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he got engaged to his longtime girlfriend, who actually was on Dynamite earlier this year. Remember when he came out as a king with the crown and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was her. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, the one he made out with, that was his fiance now.
There you go. So a hearty congratulations, of course. People, he goes, well, to all you people screaming, hey, she may be the goalie, but you got a shot. And so it's still heartfelt and then back to asshole.
Well, the next target was Sheamus.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Because Sheamus was talking about a guy wearing a scarf being a heel. And when MJF piped in, Sheamus went with the Conor McGregor gif of, who the fuck is this guy?
You know, the crazy part is, like, Baron Corbin's acknowledging Pro Wrestling Illustrated, their PWI 500, which has been released this week. Of course, Sheamus goes, kayfabe, fella, kayfabe. Besides, real heels, real scarves. He's actually putting over MJF here. That's the crazy part. Ugh.
So yeah, Sheamus then goes, who the fuck is this guy? To which MJF says, the guy you alluded to. Stop now or I'm going to devour you. You can rock 6-inch lifts and play top guy, but you've been handed the ball multiple times and fell. I'm glad you're having a resurgence and finally figured out how to get over. It only took you a decade. It took me 1 day. And it doesn't end there because Sheamus then responded with a Chris Jericho gif.
Yeah.
And then MJF said, yes, you were definitely referring to a guy who wore a scarf back in 2016. You got me. Can't wait for my boy Baron Corbin to end you.
I believe I might need the Master Roshi button for this. By the way, apologies for Windows noises. It's still a live show, motherfuckers.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Oh,
Just damn.
Just straight up damn.
MJF, one of the people you don't want to mess with on Twitter. Him and Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God.
Because I know that
the minute that happens, I'm getting the fucking popcorn.
Oh yeah, could you imagine these two in a Twitter off?
Oh my God. Because MJF is a master roaster. Kevin has been roasting people for 2 decades. Minimum. So
I think this would bring about peace on Twitter because everyone would be too busy watching this shit unfold.
literally, it's popcorn gifts all over the place on wrestling Twitter. Going Kevin Owens and MJF just having a talk shit off. Or shit talk off. Or, Twitter war.
So in some other news, Solo Sikoa won the NXT North American Championship out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a guy that won a vote that I did not get the note of because I don't watch fucking NXT, but I had it in the background on Tuesday. And it was a celebration of their 1-year anniversary of 2.0. If you want to celebrate that, I didn't. Wade didn't want to do it either, but, whatever. The evening itself was fine. Wesley, he won the vote. He got beaten crap out of, and there it turns out Solo Sikoa went, my turn. Bloodline, bitches. And straight up fucking won. In a good match. Great main event, by the way.
Either they're calling up Mello or they have to give him the NXT title proper.
I don't know what the plans are, but I'll say this, putting the North American title on Solo Sikoa, and then literally the next Friday, you see the Bloodline, including Solo Sikoa, with the North American title. It's obvious what they're trying to do here. They're trying to rehab NXT whatever they could. It's still part of that big rebuild, and it's not a bad fucking idea.
Speaking of which, NXT will now be going to white and gold.
Or it's the idea of black and gold 2.0. It's white and golden logo. And actually the logo itself showed up on SmackDown Live a couple of times. It's not the old NXT 2.0 rainbow vomit logo. It's the new hotness. Of course, some of the when they showed the belt graphically, it's still the old graphics package. They still need to update that shit. But soon as the new logo was revealed at the end of the night with the Shawn Michaels narrated thing saying we were a constantly evolving situation, and you saw that logo and people were, oh shit, and I'm like, I was one of them. I was going, oh shit too. By the way, I'm with JD I think Shin, you've heard this as well. JD is on the money. For people expecting everything to go back to classic black and gold, don't.
No.
It's an acknowledgement. To me, this reads as an acknowledgement of, okay, this was bad, so we're going back to basics. And basics means black and gold. But NXT before 2.0 was a super indie. Mm-hmm. The right call. And this is the one call I will give Bruce and Vince credit for, was to go back to the basics and just start building up characters and going back to a more developmental style. The mistake was treating it like a redheaded stepchild and not part of the WWE canon. Now Triple H and Shawn Michaels are running the goddamn thing. They're slowly introducing it as part of the WWE canon. Gargano they say he's former NXT champion, former North American champion. Anything that has to do with NXT in the last few years, they're acknowledging that. They're introducing it as canon, not as a pocket universe that says, well, I didn't build you, so I didn't build you, so you, whatever that happens, you're in the Fed now, it doesn't matter, fuck you. No. This is NXT is part of WWE and it's part of WWE canon. Solo Sikoa with the North American title on SmackDown Live, on Fox, whatever branding. That's part of the canon. That's literally telling you NXT is canon to WWE.
Indeed.
But don't expect it to pump out 5-star matches. For a while, anyway. I'm assuming this is the reason why they did a whole bunch of tapings for the next couple weeks, which means they're going to be rebuilding that arena again. I don't know if I know they taped 2 shows, obviously the one from Tuesday and this upcoming one. I don't even know if it's necessary. I think I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think the staging, the venue itself was fine. Looked like a mini WWE arena with the LEDs and all that stuff. Perfectly fine. It's just the rainbow puke was the fucking problem. Yeah. It was the graphical stuff. You don't need to rebuild a set, whatever. The set itself is fine. Just change up the graphics, maybe a couple of things here and there, so you can probably fit a few more people. That makes more sense to me. But you don't need a whole fucking month to rebuild that.
Yeah, so I guess in a couple weeks we'll find out what changes they did make to the set and ring area.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out. Time will tell on that one.
Next up, PWI released their 500, and
speaking
for the sake of brevity, I think we'll just cover the top 10.
Go right ahead, because by the way, Kid Bandit is in the 500.
Yep.
So congratulations to them for that.
Oh, yes. Quite a few people in there that I was happy to see. All right, stare up at number 10. You got to remember, this is not I believe the whole evaluation period ended around June-ish, maybe?
June-ish. So this is just before I know it is just before Jon Moxley would be crowned the AEW champion and had the monster summer run that he eventually had. So this should be kept in mind. Also, kayfabe comes into it. PWI does run into a little bit of the kayfabe. They look at everything from popularity to, big matches, wins lists, wins, losses, all that shit. They keep track of that stuff. So, popularity be damned.
Yep, so just keep that in mind as to why Jon Moxley is not in this top 10 list, because up to this point, he did not get as many wins as any of these people, including number 10, Jonathan Gresham, who was just fresh off of a ROH World title run.
Yeah, most of the time he was still the Ring of Honor World Champion and had defended it so many times. So, yeah, it makes sense to put him on the top. This was just after. The deadline was just a little bit after the meltdown. So, I'm pretty sure if he had not melted down and just kept wrestling, he'd probably be a little higher on the list, actually.
He shouldn't be on the list, period.
He shouldn't, but he is.
He shouldn't at all. That list is for humans.
Yeah.
List is for humans.
Yeah.
And humans alone.
That sounds racist, Chin.
No, that just sounds like sushi.
Yes, I am racist. And they give me a reason to be racist.
That's going to be so weird taken out of context.
Jesus Christ. We should mention that I'm the only white guy in the call. Just by the by.
Moving on to number 9. This one is actually surprising to me, and that's Big E.
Me too.
Had a hell of a run as WWE champion.
No, he didn't. He lost every match.
He was not a good world champion.
And that
he had a good win, but his reign, no.
Yeah, so that surprised me because, this guy's been out for months and months, and I can't remember the last time he won a match. So that was kind of surprising to me. It must have been during the first half before then.
Probably a strong enough first half to warrant putting him on the list.
Next, Hijo del Vikingo. Very popular in Mexico. For nothing but great things about him. I've seen a few of his matches. Can't wait to see more stuff from this guy. Number 7, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Had a hell of a year, to be fair.
I approve of this.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world.
Following that, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Again, up until the Hell in a Cell match, hell of a run. This would include the latter match that had that banger of a cutter. Mm-hmm. Includes the Hell in a Cell match, the WrestleMania return match. Cody had a hell of a year, both in AEW and the Fed. So no complaints here.
Number 5, the current American champion, Bobby Lashley.
U.S. Heavyweight Champ. Yep.
Bobo
Lashley.
He's had quite a few dominant wins. Number 4 is I'm out of American puns. I'm out of this one. It's Adam Page.
Yeah, the American Cowboy shit. And again, former AEW World Champion during the evaluation period. Great matches.
Had some absolute classics with a lot of guys.
Absolutely.
And next up, at number 3, a man with only one loss during this evaluation period, Mr. Chicago Montgomery Punk.
Yeah, folks, we could bitch about it all we want, but his meltdown falls after the evaluation period.
Yep. Got to judge him for what we saw. And
his feud against MJF is good enough to put him in the top 25.
That dog collar match, excellent.
Yeah.
Number 2, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
Goes without saying.
Yeah, no complaints here.
And of course, number 1, which angered a lot of people, but he's undefeated for over almost 3 years, actually. He's undefeated.
Undefeated in 3 years. The title rate, say the name so we could, explain it here.
Roman Reigns.
Folks, name one bad match he's had in that evaluation period. I will fucking wait.
Say what you will about him eating his opponents alive. At least his matches are good to
great.
They
are really good. It's hard to, outside of some finishes here and there, it's hard to think of any matches that were actually...
He's had some bullshit he's had some bullshit finishes, but the content of the matches themselves,
Yeah.
I'm not arguing over at him number one. I'm sorry, folks. That's the reality.
Yep, I think that overall, on the whole, this list is pretty well made when you consider the criteria and the evaluation period.
Only one I gotta say I don't agree with, unfortunately, Big E.
Yeah. Just, I hope
You could have swapped him out with John Moxley for the spot, and then people would have been happier.
possibly.
Yeah.
I really do hope Big E comes back and is better than ever.
I'm interested because there's a section of the issue where they explain where the reasoning for the list and all that stuff, and I am curious as to why the exclusion of Mox off the top 10. I am genuinely curious about that. Then again, I'm looking back at last year. He had a chunk of time off due to his rehab issues. He actually is a recovering alcoholic.
Indeed.
Maybe that is the reason why he was not in the top 10.
Yeah, so I'm assuming because he spent that time off, and during that time, all these other people were picking up wins left, right, and center.
Yeah, but here's the thing. With Big E, he was world champion, had a weak run. Then when he dropped the belt, he unfortunately broke his neck, so he was out for the majority of this year.
Yeah, that is why I'm questioning as well, because
when Moxley went down for rehab, he was only gone for like what, month, 2 months at best.
About 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a good point. It makes me wonder. It would be interesting to see what the reasoning is behind Big E being so high above other people. Like,
I'm willing to bet he was probably in the top 25 anyway, but this was more of a sympathy thing because let's be honest, anyone think he's going to wrestle in the next couple of years? I don't.
I hope so. Hope that by this time next year he's back.
Me too.
I'll say this. Say what you will about how bad the reign was. If he does not wrestle anymore, he was WWE World Champion.
Yeah, at least he has that.
He has that. He's in the record books.
That night in and of itself was a feel-good moment.
And that would make him a Triple Crown.
That it would, yes. Tag team, Intercontinental, and World Champion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And
so there is that.
And Woods is the only one who has yet to get a singles belt.
Kind of sad, really, because he's damn good in his own right. He's more than just a tag guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic when you put him on the spot.
And they've done that quite a few times. They've put him in singles matches where, he usually gets squashed, but he always looks good whenever he's in those matches. Like, he's always doing his damnedest to try to make himself look good, make his opponent look great, and you can't really ask more than what you're getting from him. Like, what more do you want? Put a belt on him, for fuck's sakes.
Just one. The King of the Ring thing, he wanted that. Fair. Give him what he wants. But at this point, it's like, guys earn more than just a fucking crown.
I can say this about next year's top 500. If the trends keep up, if a certain man keeps putting out banger matches, I would not be surprised to see Dax Harwood in the top 10.
Ooh, that's a good point.
He's had a stellar year. I'll say this: if he's not top 10, he's top 20.
Easily
Top 20 with the level of matches he's had, and the fact that he's holding all the fucking gold. For God's sakes, that goes a long way.
And people need to shut up about FTR not going after the AEW World Titles. Look, if you want FTR to win the belts, it has to be against a team that means something. Not a knock against Swerve and Our Glory or the Acclaim, but you're gonna want to have the best of the best of the best holding those belts when FTR goes for them.
And the Young Bucks could have easily have done it, and it was internally asked, "Hey, should we run it back?" And Young Bucks flat said no. For whatever reason, good or bad.
If not the Young Bucks, then the other team I can think of that would really make this match worth something would probably be Lucha Brothers.
Yeah,
that would be the other. That would be the other logical team.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be a really great team for FTR to take those belts off of it. Not to shit on any tag team in AEW. All of them are good. If for this kind of accomplishment, it's got to be a special team.
Gotta be one of those teams that's been together for years and years.
Yeah. And not to put in a point on it, an acclaimed team.
Ha!
Yeah, I see what you did there. Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
moving on to the segment that I know Shin has just been waiting and waiting to talk about almost as much as he loves talking about the One Piece. It's the Wrestling Games Grand Prix.
Boy. All right, so the main event was not a championship match. It was high stakes, but we'll get to that. They still had the Multiversal Championship, and, well...
What a match.
Yeah.
What a match.
DW, tell him.
Well, David Arquette was the challenger in Fire Pro Wrestling World, and it was quite the match. Snoop Dogg literally kicked off David Arquette's head twice, but he was able to pull it back out of his tights.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard that low blow sound a lot during that match.
David Arquette did not hold back on Snoop. He threw everything at the Dogfather,
including stabbing him in his testicles multiple times.
Yup. Tried to pull the Bob Barker on him. Robot Chicken joke. You watch Robot Chicken. Anyway.
Then he decided to take a page out of Nick Gage's book and brought up the fluorescent light tubes.
Oh, yes. He used a couple of those. And
this is all CPU controlled, by the way.
Yeah, and it should be noted,
so,
David Arquette is the only man to avoid a gunshot from Snoop Dogg.
Yep. He played it smart. He went after Snoop's main weapon of offense, the gun, and just stopped him before he could pull it off.
Yeah, he was the only man to do this, and the only man to pin Snoop Dogg. Coincidence? I think not.
Still, no, wait. Snoop's still the champ, right?
Nope.
No, he won. He won. Okay. I forgot. Like it's been a long week.
Yeah, Arquette was able to avoid the gunshots and thus was able to pick up the victory.
Yep.
And by the way, David Arquette went for the worm at least a dozen times. Guy was addicted to that move.
Yep.
But of course, David Arquette will be defending his title against the winner of the tag team match in the main event, which was Arn Anderson and his mystery partner taking on Sting and Lex Luger. Because apparently Arn Anderson has some sort of grudge against Sting for whatever reason.
Yeah, Sting cost Double A the world title.
If you want to,
hey guys, enough of that shit.
No. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo.
Yep,
Steve Mongo McMichael was Arn Anderson's tag partner, but like an idiot, Arn Anderson decided to wrestle most of the match himself, and he done guy's ass whooped.
Tapped out to the torture rack.
Boo!
Clean as a whistle. Long live the Wolfpack.
Boo! Oh, boo, Slip! Boo, you fucking traitor! Boo!
Slip was calling it right down the middle. What are you talking about?
He turned on us. He traitored us. He sided with that bastard Sting.
Are you saying that he sided with the man who was just there to support his best friend in his entire life?
How much did the Stinger pay you, Slip? How much did he pay you to turn traitor?
I believe he paid him in unlimited quantities of Sprite.
You know, to be fair, Shane, that's a hell of an offer.
I just want to know why? Why, Slip? Why? Does he have no heart? Does he have no soul? I know I'm wrong. I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but he's a son of a bitch, and he should rot in hell for what he did.
Yeah, because Arn lost, he is forever banned from the WGGP World Championship.
But not the Multiversal Championship.
But he will not be getting that title shot because that will go to Lex Luger's best friend in the whole world, the most wholesome man who would never do anything wrong, Sting.
I can't believe these words are going to be uttered out of my mouth. But I hope David Arquette beats the shit out of Sting.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Out of context, wow.
Literally.
How the turntables.
Right?
Literally. I hope he beat. I literally hope he beats the shit out of him. I hope he beats him so bad Sting defecates in his singlet.
Well, knowing some of the animations I've seen people make in Fire Pro, I'm certain that could be made possible.
There is a modding scene, folks. Just saying. Actually, in the just straight up animation, you could do it.
Oh, yes. Anyways, now we go to AEW Dynamite live from Albany, New York City. Or Albany, New York, excuse me.
Yeah, close enough.
First note I have here is somebody who I think we're going to need to send flowers to their home. Because they decided to bring a Kingston Fear Sammy sign. So to their family, we're sorry for your loss.
Yep.
Yeah, you dumb fuck. There's another dumb fuck later who decided CM Punk fears or owns the Bucks. I'm like, can't believe there are people defending CM Punk in this world. That's fucking stupid. Like, I'm gonna nip that right in the bush here. Punk fucked up. Not the Elite, not Kenny. Ace still had didn't have a part in it. Tony, he has his part to blame on it, but specifically, it was if Punk planned that rant, his fucking fault. Put the goddamn sign down, you fuck.
Some people will defend anyone if they are able just to block out all the noise. However, at the very least, our Knights start off on a strong point because Sammy Guevara and Mox tore the house down.
They did.
People shit on Sammy, but he's a pillar for a reason.
To be fair, he's blacked out a lot of his social media. I hope his run is not over with AEW because he needs to stick around. He is an excellent fucking heel.
It's not over yet. Well, he's got a match next week.
Yeah.
He does.
Matter of fact, all the pillars came to work this week.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the end, even with all the interference and all the testicle shots, Sammy couldn't pick up the victory because, according to William Regal, the Blackpool Combat Club has techniques for pulling in your testicles.
That also reminds me, Regal didn't hit on Excalibur this week.
I noticed that as well. I was hoping that maybe I just didn't hear it I just didn't notice it this week, but I guess all good things must come to an end.
I guess I gotta fill in. Hello, JR, Mr. Schiavone, man with the mask. You are looking delicious. You look like a nice plate of bangers and mash. Keyword bangers.
It's not the same.
I know. It's the best I can do.
Yeah, it's best he can do with this short time.
Fair enough. And you know, to be fair, he the Blackpool Combat, the BCC, fucking business this week. I think Mr. Regal was more business than usual.
And then MJF came out for a promo, and he received a massive ovation during his entrance. Massive. The crowd popped huge the moment they heard his music.
Yep.
He ran down the city. They still pop for him.
My one problem with this promo this week, it was great, but he relied a bit too much on calling out the fans. Just a bit too much.
He's trying to fight against the fans who want to cheer him earnestly. There's an earnest want to cheer him. And probably because he was right about CM Punk, even in kayfabe, but that's another story for another day there. I think he's just, again, he's a heel. He's supposed to be, boo me, motherfuckers, boo me!
Which is very much anti-AEW. Usually they just let the fans cheer and boo whoever they want.
It is very much anti-AEW, but this is MJF. MJF don't want to fucking care for you. He does not give a fuck, and he will make you boo you or boo him.
MJF right now is like the opposite of early Roman Reigns, where Roman Reigns can't get cheered. Right now, MJF can't get booed.
He gets the boos eventually, but
he has to really work for him now. Because the moment his music hits, yeah!
If he wants to get booed, he has to do something serious like kick a puppy or something.
Yeah. And again, this is earnest respect because he works as hard as everyone else in that locker room right now. And whether this is a good and bad thing come from the from the wrestling landscape that is now. If you show up to work and you show it and give us the respect and all that stuff, we will cheer you regardless of your position in the heel face spectrum. We don't care if we like you and you are good, we will cheer you.
I'm looking at you, Miz.
Mm-hmm.
That's just respect.
Yeah.
And Max is, to his credit, actually, and sometimes detriment, and it was to his detriment there, he is so old school in the thought of booze at any cost. You are the heel. You are the heel. You are the heel. And nothing wrong with that. It's just, swimming upstream, and that's what it is sometimes.
Yeah, it felt like swimming upstream, and it just slowed down the promo a bit too much for me.
Did what he could.
Yeah,
Introduced the firm. Firm's a good call.
Yep. That is now the name of the faction. The Firm, led by Stokely Hathaway. You know that they will not be sharing the ring very often. It will only be to help MJF.
They call it the faction. What was the word? Fuck. It was on retainer. Is what it was.
Can I just say that I fucking love the name?
Great idea.
Very simple, very to the point, but also with a sense of menace, because it sounds like a secret organization that be in an action movie or something. Like, yeah, I heard this guy. Yeah, I think he works for the Firm. Oh shit, the Firm? I thought the Firm was a myth. No, the Firm is real.
Oh, now that you say it, yeah.
And one thing to note, crowd did not care for Stokely, but again, it's a competently cut promo. W. Morrissey just looked up there, he got a hug, went, dude, could you let me go before I eat you?
I'll say the person who showed the most personality was probably Lee Moriarty.
Yep.
I get the feeling he just wanted to play heel for a while and just is relishing the moments he gets to be a heel. And that's fair.
And I think the Gun Club are the most out of place out of everyone else. They feel the most, at least at this point.
They need to sharpen themselves up to look like a threat.
Yeah, there are only ones here that don't have wins, because W. Morrissey murders everyone. Lee Moriarty is starting to murder people. Ethan Page, of course, we've seen him murder people all around the world. Mm-hmm. Guns, they're still a bit wet behind, bit green around the gills, so to speak.
And you noticed something?
Yes.
W. Morrissey was on the same show that Bryan Danielson was the main event.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shin. Go ahead. What's part of the plan this week?
It's all part of my 1,276,334,000 and a quarter step of my plan. See, I'm in the Firm, and he's gonna need legal advice, and Bryan Danielson is too stupid to know. Since not only am I a wrestler, but now I'm a paralegal. He'll hire me to be his lawyer, and then when we go to court, I'll no-show, and he'll never see it coming.
I'm very sure that's illegal, all of that.
Or is it all legal?
No, I'm pretty sure every step of your plan right there is against all of the laws.
Or is it with all of the laws? Use your brain for this.
No, pretty sure a whole lot of the bullshit is still illegal there, W.
I'm just saying, without me, he's not going to be able to pay off those parking tickets, and he'll never see it coming.
I'm pretty sure he's rich enough to pay off his parking tickets 30 times over and still have money left over.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
K. Khaki Dory.
Also, Stokely Hathaway noted that blackmail turns him on.
And that's a big fat pile of phrasing right fucking there.
Also noted here, big pop for Ethan Page from the crowd.
Yeah, very big pop for them.
Good.
Good on
That,
all ego.
again, that's a whole lot of respect again.
Give him all the attention. Give him all the respect. He's Ethan Page.
Put the All-Atlantic belt on him.
And then we got a quick Jungle Boy Team Lethal promo package. And then Jungle Boy made his entrance, and he's no longer Jack Perry.
Which is fucking weird.
And notice how he eyed the pyro grate.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, oh, God. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And in this matchup, Jungle Boy was able to defeat Jay Lethal via submission, even with all the shenanigans at ringside.
Excellent match. Excellent match.
You got a veteran with Jay Lethal putting over a young kid like Jungle Boy. Makes him look good, makes the next generation ready to eventually pick up that torch. And Jungle Boy, man, he's come such a long way in just these past few years, hasn't he?
He and Lethal had a great match. And yeah, people are going to say, oh, AEW's a failure. And again, you look at the depth of the roster, it's like, no. Look at the depth charts. They'll be just fucking fine.
Also, this also proves people wrong when they say that AEW never puts over the homegrown talent when Jungle Boy just beat an ROH World Champion.
Yeah.
He beat him clean. Jay Lethal had to cheat, and he still lost. That should tell you right there how big they think of Jungle Boy.
Yeah. Again, like with Sammy, he's a pillar for a reason.
Yep.
And one of the signs in the crowd, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Anyone get that reference? Anyone?
Nope.
Sorry, bud.
Pitch meeting.
You're not getting it.
No.
It's a YouTube series where a guy plays a producer and a writer, and he pitches ideas. And one of the catchphrases so a character will get themselves in trouble, and the director will be like, oh, that'll be really hard for them to get out of. And the writer will just go, actually, no, it's super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
I might have to watch that.
Series. You should watch it, I think.
All right.
Do you enjoy honest trailers?
Oh, so in the same vein, I guess?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, Guts got the reference.
Thank you.
He got a chuckle out of it, I'm assuming.
Then we got a training montage from Hook and Action Bronson.
People are shitting on Action Bronson. So look, it's a celebrity match, folks. Dime a dozen, and I'm pretty sure TNT and TBS went, you need a celebrity match, and Action Bronson probably overheard going, I'm a power lifter.
And he's a local to New York.
And I still wouldn't fuck with Action Bronson.
No, me
Especially
neither.
After this montage, hell no. Just keep him away from.
Could someone ask him to not live rap Chairman's Intent, though?
And then
but by no means any disrespect, but just the last guy that rapped the song. Well,
listen, I think
it sounded like it was chewing on a bread roll.
Listen, I think Action Bronson can pull it off.
Oh, he can. I've actually watched a few of his. He actually rapped the song live on YouTube somewhere. He could do it. It's just pretty sure the average wrestling fan still has some bad taste in their mouth from the last guy that tried the rap live on Dynamite. You know what I mean?
Oh, best way to wash out is with some good stuff.
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying maybe give it a couple of weeks more before we get another rapper to do live rapping here.
And then we got a backstage segment where we got Alex Marvez going, well, that's a great sign from New York. And speaking of New York, they're known for their pizza. And joining us now is the professional wrestling pizza maker himself, Luigi Primo.
Hello, and he eats a boot to the face by Ethan Page.
Yes, this is the greatest 47 seconds. That's how long it is. It's just...
It starts with Marvez introducing Luigi Primo. Primo eats a big fucking boot from Ethan Page saying, I'm here to take this shit seriously. Out comes Danhausen, and of course, Egon goes, you and me, old friend, we're wrestling, and I'm going to eat you alive. But we're going to wrestle, good friend. Okay, I will see you next week, Egon. Yes, very nice, very even. Wait, what?
It says
scene.
Yeah, well, Ethan Page just says, this Friday, I'm gonna find the little gremlin around here. I'm gonna show him. So I'm gonna take this seriously. And Danhausen confused, like, yes, we'll find that gremlin. We'll do this.
No, it's a jester, and he's confused. Like, yeah, we'll find a jester. It's like, oh fuck, yeah. So it's oh god.
By the way, TW, did you see what Pugsley shared with you on Facebook?
Oh yes, I did. The Dark Knight Danhausen.
Oh, I saw this as well.
Hello, Batman. I am Danhausen, and I understand you have all the gadgets, and I would like all the monies. Could you please give Danhausen money? Why do you want to kill me? Did you not hear Danhausen? Danhausen just wants money. He does not want to kill people.
Who are they?
I thought you had volume in those ears. I just want a few dollars.
I just want a few dollars, a few monies.
Where are the hostages?
What are you talking about, hostages? You keep talking about Dent, and Danhausen is talking about monies. Put a dent in Danhausen's wallet. Give him monies.
Okay, you're turning Danhausen to sound like some sort of African royalty.
I'm going to stop that right there. Let's just, let's not.
Thank you for that image in my head.
Yeah, let's,
wearing, like, African royalty garb.
No Danhausen as Shaka Zulu.
Fucking
Shaka Zulu is now ruined for me.
I'm trying to stop it, folks. I'm trying to stop it.
You can't
Shaka Zulu is now ruined for me. Thank you. You ruined my heritage. Thank you.
I warned you to stop it. Well, and now we got that image in our heads.
Well, by the way, I should note that if anyone's wondering why Luigi Primo showed up on Dynamite, number one, they were in New York, and number two, Luigi Primo went viral on social media with videos that had millions of views. Millions.
This was literally Tony Khan saying, well, we're in New York. Come on over. And here's what we're doing. It's like, we're going to pay me to take a bump. Okay.
At first, I thought Tony Khan actually hired Pizza Face from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, God.
And I had that action figure, so I'm like, Pizza Face?
No, Luigi Primo.
About to say.
Yeah, it's just goddamn. Also, I know here Darcy from Last Drive-In, big Danhausen fan.
Oh yeah. Which I feel for her, especially what happened on Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a clip of Darby Allin at Nitro Circus doing crazy things, but they had padding for him. So to him, that was weak. I'm pretty sure to Darby that was weak sauce.
Yeah, it was weak sauce, but it's a sanction. I'm pretty sure it's a sanctioned event with a lot of people there. They had to put it there for safety reasons. Or at least, or at the very least, insurance reasons.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to ride this tricycle down some stairs.
Pretty sure, Darby Allin was like
every goddamn time now. I'm gonna have to hear this in the back of my fucking head.
I'm Darby Allin. This is Jackass.
I'm just imagining Darby Allin. They're like, "Hey Rob, can you replace the padding with bricks? Can I drive into bricks?"
Sorry, no can do.
Oh, how about some plate glass? Can you do that?
And they're just looking at Darby like, are you a sadist?
Depends. I don't know what sadist means. And then out of nowhere,
stairs.
No. So you want to play Jackass? I play Jackass too. I'm Kenny Rogers.
Oh God! Yes.
This is Kenny Rogers, and we're gonna throw a bat in Darby Allin's face.
It's the backbench of 5,000. Kids bow their teeth for points.
I was raised on dairy, bitch.
So after that, we got a promo from Matt Hardy challenging Darby Allin to a match at Rampage, and so it is made.
Yes.
'Tis made, and it happened last night. We'll get to that in a few.
And then Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Matt DiMartino in a relatively quick match, and in doing so, somehow busted his own lip open.
He spine busted a jobber so goddamn hard, he busted himself open.
And he looked even more intimidating than he already
He
is.
did. It got a legit laugh out of us. I was like, oh god, there's that image of a man who's bloodthirsty.
Yeah, because throughout his whole promo, he was just licking the blood off his own lips. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he looks unhinged. And as he was cutting a promo on Ricky Starks, Pretty Ricky, they call him, entered through the crowd.
Yep. Looking all kinds the best dress.
Yeah.
As only he can. And, looks like this feud is still far from over. As they began to fight, it looks like believe Hobbs made his way out of the ring before Ricky Starks could do too much damage.
And we got a match with them two next week.
Yep.
Yay! By the way, we'll be going over the entire card of AEW Grand Slam, both Dynamite and Rampage, at the end of this little recap we do every week.
We will get to it in a few. We just got to cover the shit that happened this week.
And then Swerve and Our Glory defeated Lucha Bros to retain the tag titles in a match that kind of came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah, this was literally, I don't know why the idea was. We thought, I'm pretty much sure we all thought the next match was literally going to be, Acclaim versus Swerve and Our Glory. But I think this was a case of, let's establish a couple of things, including dissension. Smell this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and after they defeated Lucha Bros, the Acclaim came out and cut one hell of a promo on Swerve and Our Glory. Although the one thing I don't understand is why they were calling Swerve and Our Glory Drake and Josh looking asses, because I'm not seeing it.
Me neither. I think that he's just throwing insults to, he's trying to get Burns.
Probably because the whole big chunky guy, skinny guy thing going. But
I know, but Josh was never that chunky.
Keep in mind, people have compared them to Keenan and Kel, so I guess he was going for the theme of Nickelodeon sitcom duos, I guess.
I guess. I don't know, this didn't quite hit with me, because, Keenan is a bit more chunky than Josh is. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Nevertheless, promo overall was good. And then we got yet another interesting promo backstage where Pac was getting interviewed about the Lucha Bros lost, and before he could say too many words, pow, right in the kisser.
That was an orange punch. And Orange Cassidy picks up the belt, puts it back on Pac, goes, "You're a champ, huh? Whatever, not for long."
Yeah, Pac wants a belt, and we'll be seeing that match soon.
Next week.
Yep. In fact, my notes here about that is OC knocks Pac the fuck out.
Yup.
And then we had a good women's match until the end, where Deeb and Baker defeated Storm and Athena.
Yeah.
Not the biggest fan of having the champion lose.
No.
Actually, JC brought up another point. I forgot to read that, but Keith Lee threw a motherfucker and another motherfucker. Yes, he did. Indeed, he did.
Yeah,
that was the most inventive way I've ever seen of breaking up a pin.
Yeah, Penta was pinning Swerve, and then Phoenix usually dives to the outside to take out the opponent for them to get the win. But Keith Lee said nope, picked him, just grabbed him midair, and just chucked him back in the ring.
He Rey Mysterio'd him.
Pretty much.
Well, considering that I've heard quite a lot of people call Rey Fenix the next Rey Mysterio, well, there you go. There's your first step.
Anyway, on to the pressing matter at hand.
So yeah, like I said, the tag match I thought was good, but I'm not the biggest fan of having Storm lose so early into her title run just to set up a title match. And then Hayter came out and just attacked Storm with the chair. Just to keep her heel.
Just, what was she wearing? Why did she have to wear that?
What, just a regular outfit?
That was not a regular outfit. There was no way that was a regular outfit. That outfit should be illegal in 29 states.
Alrighty then. Nevertheless, looks like there's still dissension between Becker and Hayter, but they still want to keep Hayter heel for the time being.
Again, slow transition, and that fair enough. I think the way there's just like John said it best on the call on the Rampage call, or no, the Dynamite call. Say, I'm not with them, but I ain't with you either.
That is very true, but I think they just made Thunder Rosa look a bit too weak in this segment.
Where was Thunder Rosa?
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm, there you go.
Yeah, they made Tony Storm look a bit too weak in this segment. Maybe that's just me, though. Moving on, though. Got a promo from Josh Woods and Tony Nese and Mark Sterling, and they'll be having a match this Friday. Spoiler alert, not winning.
Yeah.
And then we got Danielson versus Jericho.
They cleaned house.
Folks, they did not fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, just breaking news, Jericho and Danielson had a pretty darn good match. I know that's going to be shocking to some.
How many of that generation are still left wrestling? And how many of that generation are still wrestling well?
I think Jericho might be the one guy.
From the Attitude Era, yeah, he's got to be one of the few. Like, it's him, Edge, Christian.
Yeah, actually, those three. And Edge is putting out some bangers. Christian, obviously, he's on the shelf, but when he comes back, I'm pretty sure he and Jungle Boy can in fact tear the house down.
And Sting.
Well,
Sting was more 80s, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that again, to add to the point, actually, that could easily add to the point.
My God, that even makes it even worse because how many guys from the 80s are still wrestling well?
I would say just Sting and Dustin Rhodes, I think.
Sting, Dustin Rhodes, and Ricky Morton, maybe?
Yeah, Rock and Roll Express, but
yeah,
not a lot. And then, but Danielson wins via submission, and then we go to the back, and you see Daniel Garcia approves of this victory.
You know what's coming.
Yeah, Tito, let's step back. Hi, Daniel Garcia. What kind of Marky Mark joke are you going to tell us this week?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not doing a Marky Mark joke. I'm just here being the pure champion. Now, excuse me. I'm going to go talk to a walrus.
Ah!
Hey, what's up, walrus?
Jesus Christ.
You were in Alice in Wonderland. What's up with that? That's a great Disney movie. Do you like Disney movies, walrus? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. See you later, walrus. Say hi to your mother for me.
Son of a bitch.
It's a Mark Wahlberg joke.
Nevertheless, I think we all know where this is leading. This is leading to Daniel Garcia joining the top faction in All Elite Wrestling, The Factory.
You're out of your family, G-Dub.
Hold on. I got to take this call.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he said it. Yeah, you know what to do. Yeah, just go hardcore.
Hey, shit, could you tell him not to show up at my place, but T-Dub's place? Because there was a lot of confusion last week.
No, you're not going any place. I just want you to do the drawing. Yeah. Hardcore. Go hardcore on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
How big to make Sonic? Make him big. Make her scared of it. I want Zelda to be scared of it. Yeah, send it right to T.
Here's a key word. Here's a key word, and this will definitely make it not a kid show. Squirt.
Yeah, you heard him. Squirt too. Send it to T-Dub. I'll give you his email address after it's done. Okay.
There you go.
As you were saying, T-Dub.
As I was saying, Daniel Garcia will be joining the top faction in all of pro wrestling. Honor No More.
Call him back.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, he went Honor No More. Yeah, gangbang, do it all.
Yeah.
We're going for a little Sonic on this one. All of them. All of them. I want to sign that says "Thank you, TWK," and put his address on there so everybody knows it was he was responsible for this. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye.
So, your fan fiction aside, it's now time to preview AEW Grand Slam Dynamite and AEW Grand
Before
Slam.
we do, we still got to do Rampage, bud.
Oh, I didn't take notes for Rampage.
You gotta. I mean, we're not before Rampage anymore.
Oh, fuck.
I know. It's gonna take some
Let's
getting
see.
used to.
From my memory, Matt Hardy lost to Darby Allin in a pretty good match.
It was a good match, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Solid opener.
And then Brody King and Julia Hart appeared. They took out Matt Hardy and challenged Darby Allin and Sting to a tag team match. No disqualifications.
It was accepted and added to Rampage next week.
And then Matt Hardy died.
Yeah, he did. He
And
totally
then-
did.
Egon Page defeated Danhausen in a squash match.
Yeah.
I think this is leading somewhere because after the match, Danhausen posted on Twitter that something has to change.
Do we see evil Danhausen? Eviler Danhausen? Yeah.
Maybe, or just a more vicious Danhausen.
He has done a vicious side of Danhausen before the comedy gimmick. So, hey, you know what? He got the foot in the door. Now it's time to get to work. Joke's done. Let's move on. If he is a comedian, and he is, this is just a natural progression. Let's see. Next was Penelope Ford versus Willow Nightingale.
Willow Nightingale, who still gets a great reaction from the audience. Like, everyone was dancing along to her entrance.
This was actually a great match.
It was. Like, they gave a good time here.
They gave it socks. By the way, Penelope Ford versus Willow happened first. Then the Egon versus Danhausen happened.
See, this happens when I don't take notes.
Yeah. I got the notes here. Main event. The main event was Joe and Wood, so you're good.
Yeah, so, Willow and Penelope Ford, one hell of a match, goddamn. And Penelope Ford won with the Muda Lock. Always love seeing that move.
Good on her. Got to rebuild Penelope Ford.
And, of course, Kip Sabian was at ringside talking with his box.
What does everybody want?
Box!
Boxy Brown.
What does everybody need?
Boxy Brown.
What does everybody love?
Oh, you damn Skippy, they love Boxy Brown.
Combination Al Snow, Boxy Brown jokes, folks. We got 'em.
And in our main events, Samoa Joe defeated Josh Woods to retain the ROH World Television Championship in a pretty darn good match as well.
This was Samoa Joe versus the technical beast Josh the Goods Woods, and it delivered. Fucking A, that was awesome. And in the post match, of course, Smart Mark wanted to beat up some more, so they beat up Joe some more. Wardlow comes out, almost powerbombs Smart Mark, but he escapes yet again. And then we have this most delicious of stare downs between Joe and Wardlow.
And somewhere at home, Big E's got a huge smile on his face, and he doesn't know why.
Yeah, he got a smile going, oh, I know exactly why. Because immediately, folks, that match gets booked.
Big meaty man slapping me. Big meaty man slapping me. Big meaty man slapping me.
All the meat.
All of the meat.
All right, it's time to run down AEW, Grand Slam, Dynamite, and Rampage.
Yepper, let's go for it.
Do it.
All right, first up, also one thing for us to know, Claudio Castagnoli had a promo, and Chris Jericho called him out for an ROH World Title match, and now he's getting it this Wednesday.
They're treating it like a big show. Dynamite's got to have a packed card, and Rampage will be 2 whole hours. So if you're a wrestling fan on Friday, 4 hours of premium live entertainment for you. 2 for AEW, 2 for the Fed.
Yeah, also every match announced for Dynamite this week is a title match, because first you have the ROH World Title, and then following that, Pac versus OC for the All-Atlantic title, and then you got the 4-way match for the AEW Women's Interim World Championship. By the way, who you guys got in the All-Atlantic title match?
Should note that I think this is the first time the AA title has been defended on ROH on AEW programming.
Yeah, that's a traveling championship right there. As far as champion, about the winner, I want to say Pac.
Part of me thinks it's that OC's due for a little bit of singles gold.
Plus him carrying a belt in that JanSport backpack. Come on.
Yeah.
Joke writes itself.
It's possible. If they want to go with OC winning the belt, I would not be opposed to it.
The crowd would definitely pop huge for it.
It would be a big pop, but Smart Money says keep it on Pac for a good long while.
Let's put it this way. Pac versus All Ego Ethan Page will slap. So there is that idea.
Yeah.
So
or Pac or All Ego Ethan Page versus Orange Cassidy will slap as well.
Hey, you know what? Either or is a winner.
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
Nope.
And then we have a four-way match for the interim AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm defends against Serena Deeb, Athena, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
This is literally, we have a women's division, the match. I'm
Basically.
sorry, folks. Is it just me? Is it just me, or is it? This is a throwaway division now.
It's been that way for a while, unfortunately.
Because someone asked me on Twitter, and because he was like, of course, he was being a Fed stan, and I block Fed stans for breakfast. But it's still an interesting question to ask. If you have to trim the fat and eliminate anything from AEW, what would it be? It's like scrap the women's division. This was a token division from day one. This was literally, well, you can't have a wrestling show promotion without a women's division. This is literally, we got to appease the people who will bitch about it. And I'm like, at this point, we're still stuck at one match a show. That's WWE Divas era bullshit, folks. I'm sorry. But if you're not going to put effort in your division, why have it there in the first fucking place?
It's only slightly better than WWE era Divas era booking.
That's
at least
I can't know. I slightly better maybe in the product than the division, but every match on the show either is good or bombs. But the crowd is there for it. This is the only division where I see crowds, polite applause and then quiet for 20 minutes. I'm sorry, scrap it. If you ain't, and it's been 3 years, you would think effort and genuine effort would have been put in. And yeah, there was probably some genuine effort in the middle of it. But I'm sorry, if Tony Khan, if you're listening, scrap it. It's obvious that you're putting in there for reasons. And there are people who are going to hate me for saying it. Tell me I'm wrong. Do you watch the matches? I find myself more often staring at my phone than wrestling matches, unless there's a thing of interest.
I would say yes. I actually do watch the matches.
You are in the minority, sir. I'm sure.
I enjoy them as well. I enjoyed Willow Nightingale versus Penelope Ford.
And I did as well, because I was Willow Nightingale. I have an interest in that, but. If you're not going to, give me a reason to watch it other than it's women's wrestling. And it's women wrestling for 3 years. Give me something. Because the one thing in that entire 3 years was Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker, and that's it.
Yeah, they definitely need to build up the division a lot.
Fuck building it up. It's dead. It's been dead. Scrap it or get off the pot with it. Don't give me that one match a week women's match o'clock bullshit. If you care of that division, give me something other than women's match o'clock. Otherwise, fucking scrap it.
I would just say, since he did a good job with that tag match a few months ago, put him in charge of the women. Arya Daivari.
Oh hell yeah!
Fair.
He seems to know what he's doing when it comes to the women. So. Either put him in charge or put Madison Rayne in charge. Just put somebody in charge who knows what they're doing when it comes to the women's division.
And give him more than one fucking segment a week if you really, truly care about that division. I don't care if it tanks in the rankings. Give people a reason to watch it, other than it's women's wrestling. Build it the fuck up. Give it the same socks you give it any elite match, for fuck's sake.
That much is for certain, because
I'm sorry I got angry on this one. It's just, I'm like, you know what's worse for me than okay, no, doing nothing? It's literally putting something to do something and doing nothing with it after. It's frustrating me with the Fed. It's frustrating me with it now.
Yeah, they definitely need a direction. Or they need some like legitimate feuds with these people, like legitimate feuds that are built up for weeks and months.
Give it build up. Give it the same fucking respect you have with the men's division.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or better yet, don't have all the women going for the women's title. Build up some mini feuds between them. Have some grudge matches, some blood feuds. You got a potential one with Hayter and Britt Baker. There's a potential blood feud right there.
Indeed. And you want me to pay more attention? Give Jade Cargill someone, or you know what? They should have taken the belt off Jade Cargill at All Out. I'm sorry.
I'd agree.
Give me something, anything that does not tell me, oh, this is a token gesture to appease the people who would be pissed off otherwise. That becomes a minority in my opinion.
And in our next matchup, Swerve and Our Glory defending against the Acclaimed. I think we can all agree, Acclaimed are winning the gold here.
They getting it.
Yeah. They have to. They have to.
Swerve and Our Glory were great champions, as unexpected as they were, but it's the Acclaim's time.
And there's that built-in feud between Swerve and Keith Lee that could happen. There's that. By the way, that rant, that was blunt, Matty. All that was me being blunt. I always say I'm honest. I got two modes. One that's common collected, the other one that's blunt. You know, that rant there, that's blunt, Matty, right there.
As blunt as a barbed wire bat.
Yeah.
Right. I knew the Acclaim as soon as I saw them on Dark. I knew they were going to be future tag champs.
You're about to say called it on Wednesday, bud.
See, they just needed some seasoning. They have been seasoned. We're ready to put them on the grill. Let's let them cook.
Just don't make them the Aki way. I don't think it'd be delicious.
No, not the Aki way.
Yeah.
And then for our main event on Dynamite, we have a matchup for the not interim but vacant AEW World Championship. Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley. I have a prediction here. Neither of these men are going to walk away from this match champion. I think maybe even partway through the match, MJF is going to walk down and say, I'm cashing in right now.
Yeah, because guess what, folks? Literally on Rampage, there's a battle royal to determine another number one contender. So there's a lot of sus going on, folks. Yeah, I'm with you. We at least have to predict the champion here, at least. Who's gonna eat the pin from MJF, really?
I think it's going to be Mox. He's going to pin Mox just to stick the knife in just a little deeper because of their history.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just a payback from their one and only world title match they had.
Could you imagine how pissed off New York's going to be, though? Oh, there's going to be some cheering. It's going to be 50-50, but it's going to be a reaction.
Time. And then we have AEW Rampage kicking off with Wardlow and Joey Samoa taking on Tony Nese and Josh Woods, who will be accompanied by Smart Mark Sterling, aka the match where Sterling's going to get powerbombed.
Yeah, this has been teased for the last 2 weeks. That's how it ends. Wardlow and Joe win, and nowhere to run for Smart Mark.
Should be a pretty good match considering all involved.
Oh, it's going to be a banger.
Mm-hmm.
And after that piece of business is done, Joe stares down Wardlow, and we got our big meaty man slapping meat, God damn it.
Oh, yeah. And then following that, we get a rematch. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks in a match that I hope goes longer than 4 minutes.
They got the potential to steal the show. Let them go.
Absolutely. JC, a 2-ton power trip is going to run over for Smart Mark. Yeah, pretty much.
I wouldn't be opposed to that, Just a team up between Joe and Wardlow, just running roughshod over everybody.
They'd be borderline unstoppable.
Yeah.
It's a 2 singles men tag team, but if there's any excuse to see more Samoa Joe promos on AEW, I'll fucking take it.
And in a match that came out of nowhere, Rey Fenix versus Jungle Boy.
That is gonna kill.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
slay.
I'm not complaining.
That's gonna slay like Hannibal Lecter in a nunnery.
No.
It is going to kill and eat, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm with Shin on this one.
And Jade Cargill will take on Diamante for the TBS Championship. And Diamante says she'll not be showing up alone. She'll be with a woman who calls herself the baddest bitch in the building.
The baddest bitch in the 305 is what I think she said verbatim.
Yes.
We were going some there was some confusion there, I think.
So not Evilise.
No,
Hell no.
No, I'm shocked you're thinking that yourself right now, T-Dub.
That's the only person I've heard call herself the baddest bitch.
Yeah, the baddest bitch in the 305. Yeah, that ain't Evilise. And yeah, Evilise showing up in AEW. Yeah, about the same chances as Vince McMahon going into work for WWE now.
So it'll be interesting to see who accompanies Diamante to ringside. Maybe it'll be
we threw in a few ideas from anyone from Florida, but I think at this point,
We all know who it's going to be.
the
Easy.
1994 Denver Broncos.
No. It's going to be It's My Music.
God damn it!
It's Vince McMahon in a string bikini.
oh god, fuck,
Jay Carhill, you keep your eyes to yourself. Don't look at my titties.
Moving on to the Golden Ticket Battle Royale, which so far the only names I've seen confirmed are Dark Order and Hangman, and La Faction Ingobernable.
yeah. By the way, if you've puked in your mouth a little bit, folks, you're not alone. Ugh. Why, Shin? Why? Anyway,
Because of reasons.
yeah. I think who wins that battle will be indicative on the results of Wednesday. So I have nothing. I got nothing on this one.
I want to see who else is in it before I make
Yeah.
predictions.
So stay tuned. Next up, we have a match that's finally happening after many, many weeks of waiting. Eddie Kingston versus Sammy Guevara.
They're finally running it, and it's New York, and it's going to be on Rampage. So you know what? Fair enough. Let's see what happens.
Hello, sir. May I take your order?
Yes, sir. I'll have a Sammy Guevara versus Eddie Kingston the Aki way, please.
Sure. First, First, we put Sammy on the grill. Then we put Sammy's cats on the grill. Then we chop it up. Then we put some Tay Connie on the grill because she's always hot fire.
Yeah.
Then we cover them all in shredded cheese. Then we put them in some bread. And then we wrap it up. And the result is OMG.
Never forget the Bev.
Never, never, never.
JC, I'm gonna deny it just because we're not. He wants to obliterate that twink. Careful with that. Last time I checked, he's not a twink.
Who?
Sammy.
Yes, he is.
Your
You fit
words,
perfectly
T-Dub.
in it.
Your words.
Yeah, he fit perfectly in the twink gauntlet. He's got the body type. Yeah, he'd be in there. And, of course, following that, we have Sting and Darby Allin taking on the House of Black in a no DQ tag team match.
All right, place your bets, gentlemen. Who is going to jump off high shit first, Darby or Sting?
The answer's yes.
I'm with T-Dub. The answer indeed is yes.
Nevertheless, I think this will be a win for the House of Black.
Yeah,
Darby and Sting can eat.
I can see that.
Loss. Yeah, Buddy and Brody need to rebuild after Malachi's exit. Hopefully temporary exit, but still exit nonetheless.
Yeah, I think this would also be one hell of a win for Brody King if he's the one to pin Sting.
Yeah.
I approve. Yeah.
And in the main event, at least according to Wikipedia, Action Bronson and Hook go up against the Jericho
I
Appreciation
think you
Society.
read it upside down there. Oh no, wait, yeah, that's Rampage. Never mind. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's advertised as a main event. It's just I think you just read it off of in order of what has been announced.
Yep. So, in what might be the main event, Action Bronson and Hook take on Jericho Appreciation Society's Daddy Magic Matt Menard and Cool Hand Angelo Parker.
The former 3.0 are going to bump like crazy for Action Bronson. Hook will be in there, do his Hook thing. Should be a short match. Fun shit.
Part of me thinks Action Bronson might surprise us.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see Action Bronson do a couple of good things.
Yeah.
The level of, because keep in mind though, that this year we've seen Logan Paul twice. He did okay. The Sami Zayn versus Johnny in Knoxville was a surprise fucking hit. It would not shock me.
And considering that Bronson is actually real world friends with Hook and they've known each other for years, it would not surprise me if he learned a thing or two from either Hook or Taz in this regard. I'm just saying, keep your eye on Action Bronson in this match.
Yeah. And the guy. Look, I did a little bit of a Philip moment as the Shades brought up. I did a little bit of research when I first heard the song. Okay, let's see it. This guy's been losing a lot of weight through powerlifting, so he takes it. If he takes it as half as seriously as he does the powerlifting, we're not gonna have a bad match here.
He looks strong.
He's a big strong dude.
He looks strong.
Yeah,
Muy strong. And that's all the news and previews I have for this week, unless either of you have anything you'd like to bring to the proverbial table.
I got spit.
Well, he very strong, and he is vraiment strong. He's strong at tabarnak. Because T-Dub went with the Spanish with the muy strong. Anyway, I got nothing either. Let's do some winners and losers, boys.
D-Cell Battery Award.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting one, isn't it?
Couldn't find anything remotely worth giving a D-Cell Battery Award, but in this one, G4 TV gave me one in the form of Lady Frost. Those of you who don't know, she was a contributor to G4 who a few weeks, like last week or so, went on a rant about sexism in video games on a show that was talking about it. It was very awkward, and everyone and Gerard was there too. And he looked uncomfortable as fuck. He clapped.
Gerard the completionist, for those keeping track there.
Yeah. He looked uncomfortable as hell. He still clapped, but it was one of those,
But clap to avoid the backlash. I think at that point, it's like clap, but then slink away, completionists. Slink away.
And then she had to end it off. She says, "If you don't like it, don't watch it." And lo and behold, people didn't like it, so people didn't watch it. Yeah. After that rant, G4's ratings tanked across the board. So much so that unfortunately G4 had to lay off between 30 and 40 people. And this was a sudden layoff. Like, these people were just coming into work and they were told, "Hey, you got to go." And insider sources say they don't know how G4 is going to survive without these people. They don't have any names about who exactly got laid off, but it has put the survivability of G4 in question.
Get woke, go broke.
And then this bitch had the nerve to go on Twitter after this whole thing went down and posted a tweet with a lizard smoking a blunt with the "deal with it" glasses saying, "I survived," basically bragging about how she didn't get fired.
Oh, the lack of Wow.
Yeah. She talked all about, we need to pay more respect to women in gaming, and yet she, thanks to her actions, not only endangered the network, but got a bunch of people fired, and then decided to do a fucking victory lap to celebrate, and she rightfully got roasted online. So yeah, I never heard of Lady
There is
Frost
such a
before.
thing as the right to free speech here, but I'm sorry. Saying don't watch our show and seeing people flock away and not watch again, that's a fireable fucking offense.
Yeah, don't worry. If this trend is going, she and Adam Sessler are next, because Adam Sessler has been he's not been very sane these last couple of years. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, screw you, lady. I never heard of you before this, and I long for the days when I never heard of you after this. So yeah, hopefully you won't you can do a victory lap, but unfortunately that victory lap is taking place on the Titanic, and the Titanic just hit the iceberg. As for losers,
You know, who I feel bad? Gerard and Xavier Woods. They're the ones who want to be a part of the G4, and one bitch with one wild hair up their ass, there goes the fucking dream.
Jason, you can look it up on pretty much any gaming news website.
It's been all over the place. The layoffs,
been
especially.
everywhere.
Look for the layoffs and follow the breadcrumbs from there.
I saw the tweet and it was I commented on the tweet. It's like, yeah, you are an insensitive person. Just you're borderline sociopathic with this. You have no understanding of people's feelings or emotions, or standing if you're making a joke about this.
The only article I saw on this was one that popped up from Kotaku on my feed, and apparently they've had financial problems for a while.
Yeah, this whole situation did not help. G4 was already on spaghetti legs, but after this, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year that G4 would be shutting down. I would not be surprised.
I think the biggest problem with G4 is the guy bankrolling it overestimated the cost of running a whole network.
Moreover, like RGT85 and a few other guys like the Quartering and Neurotic said,
Oh, quartering! Oh, fuck that guy!
I'm just but his point is correct on this one.
I fucking hate the quartering.
G4 is just not very relevant these days. I mean, people can get gaming content on YouTube.
I fucking hate the quartering. Fuck that guy.
Okay, it's fair enough, but I'm just reiterating what this accurate point. G4 is not really required these days.
It really isn't.
Look at their I looked at their YouTube channel. Their videos barely crack 1,000 views at best. And you got guys like Some Call Me Johnny doing hundreds of thousands of views, and he barely posts as much as G4 does. So
I think G4 really they were banking on nostalgia more than anything else.
yeah. So really, this is bad. This is bad, and this lady is to blame. And okay, say what you want about the Quartering. I'm not bigging up the guy or anything. I barely watch his stuff. I'm just saying on this point, he is accurate. I'm not saying he's a great human being. If you don't like him, you don't like him. But on this point, G4 is a sinking ship, and Lady Frost has sinking it very fastly for them.
She's literally putting water in the goddamn ship, saying,
Yeah.
I'm helping. Anyway, we're on rails. Rails, boys. Sorry.
Yeah, we're off the rails. As for loser, I had to give it to that women's matchup, that women's tag match on AEW. I did not. I like JD and like a few other people. I don't approve of champions eating pins in tag matches. It just makes them look weak, and Tony did not need to take that pin.
Especially so early in her reign, like she's still just getting started.
Yeah.
This is only her second week.
I get it as a tool to set up matches, but you can't overuse it, and it has been overused in North American wrestling.
Very true.
All right, for my loser, I'm going to have to agree with Shin and give it to that women's tag match, at least the ending of it, because the actual wrestling in the match itself was good, but just the booking surrounding it just was a bit questionable.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that is my loser. Who you got, Matty?
I'm amazed none of you are putting the Velveteen Dream in there.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
Guys, it is easy, but sometimes it needs to be done. And God damn it, I can't find a bigger loser this week than Patrick Clark saying, "Nuh-uh, you were doing the cocaine." On an accusation of putting a camera in a bathroom without consent. Yeah, for those wondering, he ain't coming back to the Fed. Even the Fed don't want that fucking creepo.
You'd be hard pressed to find any Fed that would actually hire Patrick Clark at this point.
Right now, he keeps, again, monk, builder of the monk in my goddamn head. Dig up, stupid. Anyway, let's do some winners, boys.
Winners, everybody. Just everybody who, all the major Feds that we watch has been kicking all kinds of ass. You got Raw doing good, SmackDown going up in the upside, AEW doing as best as they could, and especially next week is going to be a banger week. Impact looking great, especially with the return
of the local hero,
Joe Hendry.
I had that in the background. I saw that. That's why I typed it in the chat. JC, wait, who? Yeah, Joe Hendry, local hero.
Yep. So that's all good stuff. Capcom for releasing all that good, beautiful Street Fighter 6 content. God damn it! Now I wish I had a PlayStation 5 because I really want to play this game. And I know you don't like him, Matty, but in this case, he deserves at least some good news. Heel Jesse, he has been going through a lot of shit in this last few weeks, so much so that he's taken a long time away from off the script.
You know what? It taking care of yourself, health or otherwise, is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. If he needs time, I may not like the guy personally, but as a fellow podcaster, I wish nothing. But good.
Yeah, he is currently in the hospital dealing with the effects of Crohn's disease. He is in good spirits, and not only that, unfortunately, last week, his nephew sadly passed away.
Oh, Jesus!
Fuck.
Yeah,
that sucks.
If you ever needed an excuse to just step away from the public light, even the small sliver of it, there it is, right there.
Yeah, and it was
And I have a cousin who has Crohn's disease. That is something not to be fucking around with. So that's more reason for me, like, respect. Take care of yourself.
And it wasn't something natural or anything. I don't know the details behind it. All I know is that they found his body in the river.
Oh, fuck.
So Jesse, just take all the time you need, man. You're going through a lot of shit. Just take all the time you need. If you come back when you're healthy, when you're ready, when you're right.
Yeah. Nothing to add there on that one. T-Dub?
Guess I'm going to agree with JC here. Winners, wrestling fans. We got a lot. We have not starved for choice these past few weeks.
No. Folks, I bought Sportsnet now, like the $14 thing. The $15 if you have to tax it, $17, but I can watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and I have a Peacock level access to the WWE network. It's not the full thing; it's just on the Sportsnet Now app, but enough that I could watch most of the good stuff. And they still have a few choice things, including most of the Broken Skull sessions, which I've been binging through a little bit this week, and some good stuff in there at the very least. So, not regretting that choice yet. But there it is. If you are not starved for choice at all. Was there anything else there, T-Dub, or is it my turn?
Your turn.
Mike Twain. All right. Well, AEW and WWE. Hell yeah. And throwing a bone for NXT, they're gonna get rehabbed as well. Can't find fault on them. They're the crew over there doing their job on all their fronts. So they need a winner. Luigi Primo, who threw that 10-second cameo and boot to the head, and of course one for Jenny and the Wimp. Of course, he is going to be he's going to be busy for the rest of the year, and that is a good thing if you're an independent professional wrestler. And Nintendo. Now, I know some of you are going, well, that Nintendo Direct was shit. And to be fair, if you're not a fan of TTRPGs or farming simulators, it kind of was. But they finally might have an excuse for me to buy their expansion pass, part of the Nintendo Online, boys. Beep, 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 beep. GoldenEye. As part of a deal to get GoldenEye on XBLA, the original OG GoldenEye 007 will join the N64 library of the Nintendo Switch Online library thing in 2023. And the minute it does, folks, I am buying that and playing the shit out of it. In fact, we need to find a way to stream that, boys, because chaos.
I call our job.
And if Monk is in the call, he'll owe you one kick in the dick.
I elected Odd Job be banned.
Oh, you can play him, but you'll be sore in the morning. Actually, you'll be sore now, especially with Monk in the call. I could only imagine T-Dub showing up on a Discord call randomly. We're playing GoldenEye, Monk's on the call, and you pick Odd Job, and he goes, "Okay, punching you in the dick." And and we all show up at Metricon one day. He's there, and then, pow, right in the balls. I can imagine that. But yeah, obviously they added a few more games, including the Mario Party line. So I'm like, it should be fun. But 1, 2, and 3. The first one coming in at the end of the year. The other two will be in 2023. But yeah, that laugh.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon my nephews will know what pain.
Don't tell them to get gloves yet. Let them suffer.
Oh, what's that? You're in the lead. Well, it would be a shame if somebody hit chance time.
Chance time.
Oh, chance time in the original Mario Party. That was. If you ever want to test your friendships, right there. That
Chance
was the
time.
test.
Chance time, aka get fucked button.
The OG fuck you button.
Oh, what's that? It looks like you had to trade all your stars with Mario, and Mario had no stars, so you're back to 0.
Oh, what's this? Oh, you're in the lead and you got a star? Oh, it would be a shame if someone like visited Boo and had him steal it from you. And this is Mario Party 1, so no Gadlight to save you.
Nope. We had fun. I'm so lonely now. But I won those fucking games. I won them. Oh, that's it. That's it. Let's do some plugs and get out of here.
Cheap plug time already. Oh, man. Well, I'm still in the process of editing some footage from my first playthrough of Marvel Champions featuring Spider-Man versus the Rhino. I just need to download some soundtrack music. Thankfully, I can put it on my channel with royalty-free because Capcom doesn't care about MVC or that's awesome music. So I'm going to take you for a ride in a couple of weeks. And you can find it on my channel, youtube.com/Maxacorn, for all that, including some more War Machine Horde stuff. You can find me on Twitter, #Shintigercurl. And if you want to help me out and help me fix my teeth, need my teeths done and fixed up, you can help me out on PayPal.com/Shintigercurl. Easiest way to help out.
T-Dub.
Of course, I have my YouTube channel where you can find my videos, working on new one as we speak. And of course, I recently joined HeroClub.com. That's hero-club.com. Recently joined the website. That's where you can find my videos as well.
And of course, if you want to see his video just a little early, patreon.com/TWK even about gets you that access. Of course, I have my tip jar, PayPal that I made /MattyJ316. Donations for everything we just mentioned are optional, but very much welcome. You can follow us on Twitter at Matty Jay 316, at TWK Official, and at Shintigercurl. And emails, we got time now. We'll read them. The Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com. Don't make them too long. We'll just ask you some questions. If you can't make it to our live chat every week, and we are live. We're still live. We're just live on Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, unless otherwise announced. We will gladly provide some time for you to read them and answer them when we can. That is going to do it. We got our Discord. We got our Twitch thing. We got our other thing. That's all in the description for you to peruse and all that good stuff. We have merch and all that good stuff. But that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this week. We thank you so much for tuning in and saying hello. Got Toka Riffs tomorrow. Back with that. And then a recap at the end of the month. Donna Fury's about to drop on the 29th, so we'll be there on the first available opportunity. Have some fun with you. And all that good stuff. That's going to do it. We thank you very much for tuning in on behalf of Shintigercurl.
Glory to you and your podcast.
Thank you. And TWK.
I'm gonna go drink some more Monster. Maybe. We'll see.
I have zero sugar Pepsi on my thing right
Monster
now.
has zero sugar.
Yeah. Can't do any energy drinks now. I do not agree with them. Body don't like
Fair
them.
enough. Fair enough.
You know. I try, folks. I have my fun with them. My name's Matty Jay, reminding you to help professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. A big thank you to the Tony Brand and Botchamania for a good portion of the stinger. There are weeks where I'm like, dude, I cannot do better than that. Dave the Dumpster. If you know, you know. Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you next Saturday night. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. Bye.
So who are you?
Like, what are you?
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
When keeping it real goes wrong.